Yes, let me go ahead and ponder what's in the galactic projection orb. In your future, I see that you will die to a hunter from a top deck kill command.
If you guys can't tell, I like having fun and I like doing wacky things and trying to practice voice acting things. So that's why I wanted an excuse to practice my evil laugh. But you wanna know what else I'm evil laughing about? The sub count. I'm just gonna very lame transition, Clark. Go ahead, I don't care. But giveaway at 19K. Go ahead and hit the sub button. Let's talk about Projection Orb Spell Mage, because there's actually a lot of things that are happening with this deck, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna show you guys what it's like to be a content creator in real time, where you just have to mess things around and just, move things on the fly. It's all about, what's happening in the moment, and the big moment that we have right now is Spell Mage. Is it good? Is it not good? Let's talk about it. So I have been trying to find a good Spell Mage deck since this card was originally introduced. The first time that I actually played this card was in a wild deck, and I don't play a lot of wild right now, so that really just goes to show you how really bad this card is right now. But I really have the suspicion that as more sets get added into the game, as we get more cards, there is a possibility of this card becoming a meta relevant card within the mage class for one of two reasons. There might be a way to where, like, you play this on turn 1 and you have so much value that you pretty much just instantly win the game, or there might be another situation to where you could play this card by like turn 7 or something like that, somehow mana cheat it, and then get like a big swing in tempo that is just absolutely undeniable and unlosable from that point. Now, that's all theory. That's all, me assuming that Hearthstone's going to go down the right direction and print the exact cards that this kind of deck needs. And as of right now, this is the list that I'm going to be recommending, but I want to go ahead and already show you guys a newer card that's coming in the mini set, because it really does help, paint the picture of how good this deck could become over the next week or so. So if you want to try it now and then get a better list when we get the new mini set, then I would say go ahead and try out this deck now in order to figure out some of how the turns play out. And then once the malfunction card is officially released, we have a very good card that is definitely getting added into Spell Mage, because this is a 2 damage, essentially deals 6 split damage to the enemies. So it's like if you have a bunch of Paladin 1/1s that you need to kill, if you have a lot of tokens to kill from Hunter, you now have a legitimate card to bridge those gaps, and that's like the biggest weakness of this deck. It can't beat Hunter and it can't beat Paladin that consistently. There are ways of doing it, but you need to draw the absolute giga nuts with the current list in order to even have a good matchup against those kind of decks. And the other cards that were released, there's one other spell. There's buy one, get one freeze. This might be a pretty decent way of stalling your opponent and maybe taking a key card at the right time. A lot of people are comparing this to Reverb, for example, but the biggest issue with this card in Reverb is that if you freeze a minion and then you summon a minion that's already frozen, that minion's going to be frozen and has summoning sickness, so it's not going to be able to attack for 2 turns. That's right. If you play this on your turn and then your opponent takes their turn and it comes back to you, the minion is still frozen because it just got over its summoning sickness, but it is still frozen, so it needs another turn before it can actually do anything. The only exclusion to this rule is if you happen to freeze and copy a rush minion or a charge minion, so that way it would unfreeze going into the next turn. So now that we've talked about those cards, let's go ahead and talk about the inclusion of the cards that we already have and what could potentially be taken out for some of these newer builds. So there have been a lot of different lists for this deck, but the reason why I'm showcasing this one is because it is all about just trying to survive with all the limited tools that are available for Spell Mage right now. So we have Flame Geyser in order to deal with early game, dealing with a 1/1. We could summon a 1/2 in order to pressure onto the field for some early game tempo. We have Soul Freeze in order to deny our opponent and give us 1 turn to kind of just give us some time. This is a stall card. It's a freeze card. It makes sense, right? But Cosmic Keyboard is the number 1 card that you want to have in your mulligan, because this is the way that you're going to be able to deal with other tempo decks. It's not insane, but it's at least putting you onto the board, which there's no other way to do that in the early game with this kind of deck. You have Frostbolt, you have Heatwave, you have Infinitize, you have Primordial, and you have Stargazing. All of these cards are not cards that put you onto the board or remove your opponent's board unless you have Heatwave quick drawn by turn 2 and you can use it very effectively. So it's just this is one of those decks that has to play a very specific way, but the more that you play it, and hopefully the longer that you survive, the more likely it's going to be able to bring itself back with like a spot the difference being summoning a bunch of minions, for example. You can get taunts, you can sometimes get life steals, there are some rushers that are in this, and also there's one more card I guess we should go over from the mini set, because it does actually work, Dark Moon Magician. So like this card can tentatively get pulled out of the spot the difference, and if you get both Dark Moon Magicians out of it, then you have a lot of random cards coming your way. But this is a lot more about like a high roll situation, and we have one more high roll situation to show you later. So there's just a lot of randomness and a lot of wacky things this deck can do. So the main win condition of this deck is honestly stargazing into Light Show. Light Show is a card that I don't believe should be cut from this deck at all, because this is one of your primary win conditions, and it being one of the only 3-drops in the deck, unless you discover another 3-drop card, it is going to get played from your Galactic Orb. So that's exactly why this deck is built the way that it is. It is really just trying to end the game as soon as you play the Galactic Projection Orb. And there is a possibility of being able to play this card twice. So the absolute high roll with this deck is to play Primordial Glyph, somehow find a Stargazing for 0 mana, have the orb still in your deck to where you play Stargazing, hit the orb to where you can now play it for 10 mana, because remember, the Stargazing was 0 thanks to the Primordial Glyph, and there is a way you can theoretically play this card twice, and I believe if you do that, especially if you played all the cards setting up to it, you are simply just gonna win the game. And there is one person in my chat in particular that has really played this deck a lot, and I just wanted to showcase this clip of them actually pulling off the double Stargazing combo. This is a guy named Card, it's K-A-A-R-D, and here's the double Galactic Projection Orb.
Legendary Galactic Projection Orb. We give the time of the game to just...
He's probably dead though, right? Let's see. The Death Knight is at, I think, 19 HP. It's kind of hard to tell, but he's also got a full board. So depending on where these cards even hit, I don't think there's been an AoE that's been played. And unfortunately, he did play a barrier, so we're not going to see the Light Show pop off here. Oh yeah, but then there's Blizzard. So yeah, we'll go over the specific cards, because again, like, these cards are put in here for a very specific reason. He did not play Yogg in a box though, because he probably didn't want the orb to backfire.
Oh no, there's a second one.
At 4 HP, he's definitely dead. So the double Projection Orb has ways of winning the game, and there's the Light Show in order to take the W. And then it's gonna play the rest of them, the hero will blow up. But yeah, that's exactly what this deck is aiming to do. There is an absolute Omega high roll with Galactic Projection Orb, and if there is a way of being able to discount like a Stargazing consistently, then there might be a way of doing this somewhat consistently, but let's go ahead and talk about the mulligan and some of the inclusions of this deck, and then we'll show some of the game clips, because I'm just super happy that I can finally just post about this deck. I've been waiting forever to talk about it. So the cards that you want to keep on your mulligan are going to be your Flame Geyser, your Cosmic Keyboard. You can maybe keep a Frostbolt against like a mid-range tempo deck, but usually I don't like the idea of keeping this card. Sometimes you can keep Heatwave, but I would rather just top deck this off of the deck. So the Flame Geyser, Cosmic Keyboard, Light Show can maybe be a good card to keep on the mulligan depending on the matchup, but you really want to get the Stargazing off of the Light Show, so probably don't keep it in your mulligan. And then obviously you want to keep Spot the Difference and Manufacturing Error. So the best cards, again, are going to be Flame Geyser, Cosmic Keyboard, Spot the Difference, and Manufacturing Error in almost every single one of your matchups. And some other cards that you can keep in other situations are going to be your Infinitize the Maxitude against like maybe some greedier warrior decks. You can maybe keep a Heatwave against the Hunter in order to like stop them from playing like a turn 3, turn 4 saddle up. Just know that this is only going to be able to hit 3 minions, but again, I would only keep this card against like Token Hunter or like a Paladin, for example. But most of the time, I just don't keep this card because I'd rather get the quick draw, but every now and again, you do need to mitigate the board. So keeping it in your mulligan is not exactly a terrible idea. And that's pretty much all the advice I have with the mulligan. But the last thing that I'm going to say with this deck is that in the future, we are probably going to see a build that is very similar to this with 1 6-drop, 1 7-drop, 1 8-drop. And honestly, I'm debating on whether or not our Sunset Volley should be also one inclusion in this deck, just because, you know, it is a really good card, but unless you specifically hit it off of the Manufacturing Error, there's not really a comfortable way of being able to throw out this card without it. Like, it has to clear the board, and it has to summon an important minion in order to get in the way if you're not just automatically dead. There's just so many awkward situations with this deck where it's like, I have a good turn, but I'm gonna die. It's just like, that's the main issue that I have with this kind of archetype, is that the thing is with Spell Mage, it is so dependent on those very key turns in order to respond to your opponent. So if you're gonna play this deck, just be aware of those weaknesses. Be aware that this is a very all or nothing deck, to where you are either going to be very happy with the result, or you're probably gonna look at your opponent and be like, wow, they're the stupidest, easiest deck ever. How could I possibly lose to such a moron? But don't forget, if you do enjoy this kind of content, feel free to like the video, subscribe to the channel, check out the Patreon, do all that kind of stuff, but most importantly, hit that sub button, because we've got a giveaway happening at 19K. So thank you guys so much for making it to the end of this deck intro, and we'll see you for the next one. Star power not worth main decking in this. The reason why you don't is because you have manufacturing error and you can draw with the orb technically. So that's probably the main reason why people put it into the deck. Like, star power is not necessarily bad, but it doesn't really help you. It's just a cleanup card. It doesn't put you ahead, it just puts you back at square one.
I can't do that.
Immediately queue into 2 aggressive decks. Oh yeah, man. We have been seeing hunters and paladins, so it's not like they're just coming out of nowhere. Hand of Gul'dan Spell Mage edition. It is actually a sin to compare this deck to any good Demon Hunter deck. Like, Mage better be getting some gas spells, bro. They better be getting, like, the best spells we've ever fucking seen. Otherwise, this deck is just never gonna work. Like, what is Refreshing Spring Water coming back at 4 mana? Fuck Mage. I mean, here's the thing about Mage, dude. I feel like Mage has been getting the short end of the stick a lot recently. It's mostly because Sif decks. Sif decks have just absolutely carried Mage for the longest time, to where people just don't want to see Sif anymore. But it's the only deck that's good. Every other deck for Mage is just bad and not fun and random, and somehow random is not, how is random not fun? You know what I mean? Of course I had the 2 single worst matchups of the deck the moment you start playing it. It happens, man. My stats of this deck are gonna be fucking terrible, but that's what I went into today. Did this guy just give me a free win? He's pretty calm today. I am much calmer than I was yesterday. I don't want yesterday to be the norm. That is like actually the complete opposite about how I'd like to conduct myself on streams. Because the moment that I'm saying fuck Hearthstone, it's like, dude, nothing productive is coming from that. If only this was a real game. Yeah, I was fucking furious yesterday. I was not in a good mood. Playing Hearthstone was actually the worst thing I could have done. Hold on a minute. Real deck? Also, yeah, this has to be a Reno Hunter. I think he got his mulligan skipped, but unless he had a turn 1, like, hasn't really missed that much. Clark, do not Yogg on 5? Then what's even the point of playing this deck, you fool? If I am not playing that card on turn 5, I'm not living life. I'm literally not living life if I don't do it, man. Like, you have to realize that, right? Like, Yogg literally ends it every time. Wait, after you play the left or right most card in your hand, deal 1 random to an enemy? That is such a bad ability.
Another tower down.
I'm just picking these because they have the most amount of HP, but at the same time, the rush is probably better. Alright, cool. 5 sunset volleys ends it, trust. It could happen, man. It could totally happen. And it's like, the best thing about this is that you just do this because it's literally 10 spells by turn 5. Like, what is the reason to not do this? Like, yeah, it's like a oh shit button, but it could very easily just solo the game. Wheel incoming, I welcome the wheel. I welcome the wheel. Because then another spell will get played and it'll add more stuff into my deck. Oh god, another egg. Alright, I gotta do it, man. We gotta do it. It must be done. Okay, terrible start. Okay. Alright, it went face. Not terrible. Crane game? 2 5s? Dude, that was so bad! What were those spells? That was so bad, dude.
No,
I mean, I guess, like, okay, I gotta remember how the card actually reads. Because I thought 10 spells were coming my way, but the spells cost 5 more. I keep misreading the card. But still, that wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible. It did give us board. And now we have like this in order to deal with the big boys that might come out this turn. And I also have like scripture. I think we're fine actually. Yo, Big Porter coming in with a follow. Good to see you, man. You had one job, Yogg. Kill. And he didn't kill. Damn it, Yogg. You're failing, man. Big pool of big spells in standard is hot garbage right now. It kind of is. Does that mean that playing Yogg in a box is just better with 5 drops or less? I honestly don't know. Remember, you have this? Wait, what is this? Oh, wait a minute. What the hell is this? Yogg in the box potential. 7% might lose you on the spot. 9 times out of 10 does nothing. 38% should be useful. We're so back. 3.5% to draw multiple cards. Pray this targets the right minions. 5%. I guess we'll have to look over the spells if I go over the video. See what exactly the options are. To a random enemy. Why even make this an ability, man? Like, this is the most amount of text to just say deal 1 random. Yes. Oh my god, it did something. You know?
Someone stop.
No, not chicken.
Tempo King. Clark is pissed at Yogg box if it doesn't automatically win the game. Yes, yes. A lot of spells that reduce cost. Table Flip, Prismatic Beam, Wisdom and Organon, useful effects, but not high impact. I guess that's true. Yeah, some AoEs that do nothing. Full list of spells for the Discord. Dude, you like did your you did your homework with this deck. Okay, 4 beams that shoot 2. This isn't just lethal, right? Yeah, because this doesn't go face. Owies. Ouchies. Alright, I'm gonna try and just set up the most amount of damage I can next turn. I don't think I can die here, right? It's just he needs healing, right? Just miss lethal? Wait, how? Heat Wave can't go face. How is that missing lethal? Star into Light Show into Flame Geyser? Oh, crap, that could have done it. Okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that could have done it. Remove the board, send everything to the face. Void Scripture always lethal. Okay, yeah, clearly I got some practice I need to get with this deck, but finally I've got a W after like 20-some games. And then he's like, what's the best Warlock deck? I tell him what it is. He disenchants his entire collection to make the deck, plays it for like a week and a half, and then stops playing. So I got a couple of friends that, oh my god, this is the nuts. Wait, am I against the mirror? Did I just win? Dude, I just win. It's already ogre. Dude, it's literally already ogre. Chad Base sounds like a smart fella. Honestly, man, it's probably my friend who's the best at gaming. And I don't necessarily mean that as in like video games. This guy just, every single time I play him in a game, he just knows how to play. This is actually the guy that I shoot pool with. He's just so good at learning rules for games and then quickly being able to apply them. Wait a minute, what? I do not want that on the field. I do not want that alive. I do not want that to live, but I'm going to trust my deck and I'm gonna get a rush card. None of these have rush. Where's my rusher? Where's my rusher, Blizzard? I have a 3/3 rusher. I guess we go this one then. Ah, shit game. Shit game. I should have known. I should have known. This is actually kind of scary, but I feel like we're always supposed to do this anyway. I shoot pool with Tic Tac. Okay, so, you know, it's funny that you bring that up. I haven't made this tweet yet, but I want to make this tweet pretty soon. How cool would it be if there was like a Hearthstone tournament that was more than just Hearthstone? Like, imagine if like just to use like chess boxing, for example. Imagine if there was like a chess boxing thing for Hearthstone where you do Hearthstone plus some other activity and then like some other game to where like, all right, we can see who the best Hearthstone player is, but let's see who the best gamer is, sort of thing. You know what I mean? I think that'd be really cool.
Another tower
Don't want that. Again, no rushes, man. But I want the board. He's just gonna keep playing defensive. Yeah, like Smash Summits, if you're familiar. Very, very similar, yeah. Like, just being able to, like, imagine if I were to put on my own event, it'd be something like there would be a Hearthstone tournament, there'd be, like, a pool tournament, there could be, like, some kind of, like game console tournament, like, maybe, like, Smash or something. Something on the console that we could do, like, a tournament for. He got another Heat Wave, dude? Dude, how are you dealing with my board so well? Or, yeah, or maybe, like, Drunkstone. Where, like, people, that would actually be a really good idea, where, like, people get, they have to play a deck, but they don't know what the deck is, and you don't get the deck until you've had a couple of beers in you. Obviously, you know, we'd have to make, we're not trying to get people drunk. We're not trying to get them, like, is that 9 mana? Okay, yeah, this card's 10 mana, because this card can be pulled by Tendy. What happened? Like, I don't want them, like, belligerent, you know? Crystal Meth Hearthstone? Oh my god. So everyone does a thing of crystal meth, and the first person to stop playing Hearthstone and to take meth again loses? Oh, that got dark real quick. Oh my god. I played beer pong on May 1st after a long time. Needless to say, I got shit-faced like a motherfucker. DMT Hearthstone! Games literally take lifetimes. Jesus Christ, man, what is going on here? Also, how was he able to remove all of this stuff? Like, my god. How did he have all of these answers? Disenchant the Clockwork Elves? Honeydew or Cantaloupe? Honestly, I'm not a fan of either. But it's never Honeydew. It's always Cantaloupe. Honeydew is garbage fruit. And if you've watched BoJack Horseman, you can definitely appreciate that quote. Okay, dude, is he really winning because of Elemental Companions high-rolling me? Dude! Why are these my cards? Where are my Heat Waves? Where are my AoEs? Why do I have literally all of the expensive cards in my hand? Oh my god, I had the nuts start. And it didn't just automatically win because he actually had answers. His hand's fucking garbage. Okay, luckily, I really need a good turn here, man. Yogg in the box would be like the worst draw. Okay, that's something. Okay, Heat Wave. Motherfucker. Okay, so Sunset Volley brings me back, but if he plays Volley here, I lose. Okay, okay. So can I make it to my orb turn? Playing Hearthstone in a real tavern and people have to IRL emote when they react to anything? Oh! Well played! Oh, god damn it, Ogre. What would be the best card to get from the Sunset Volley? Is it gonna be the 6/7 that forces an attack? Come on, man. Make something happen. I'm probably dead. Yeah, the taunt would have been useful. Dude, how did I lose this game? How is it like, dude, he like played Elemental Companion and then just had every single fucking card he needed afterwards. That's just not fair. I would have errored there. I feel like, I mean, it might have been more correct. Try and like set up something with that. Quite literally a card gamer. Hearts on fire? Let's go, man. This deck makes my heart on fire because it makes me rage. Been spreading democracy through the galaxy. Wait, how? Are you playing, you're playing Helldivers, aren't you? Okay, this isn't a terrible hand, but I need more. More. I must have more. Yeah, I never played Helldivers. I'm glad that Helldivers didn't, you know, shoot their own fucking head off with all the decisions that happened last week from Sony. I'm glad that Sony finally got its shit together. I still can't believe that they almost dropped the bag, dude. How do you do that? How do you go out of your way to ruin your game? It's actually, it was such a fucking crazy fiasco. Can I suggest a metal song? We have channel point redemptions for song requests. If you want to suggest a song I've never heard though, then I'll maybe give you one for free. Yeah, better just to do this and get a minion on the field than to just do nothing, right? Do I listen to Bad Omens? I've heard the band before. Sounded less corny before I started playing Hearthstone.
Boys in trouble.
Okay, so it's just Highlander. No! The Elemental Companion can be crazy with Light Show later, right? And Seafurium, I have no idea what that is. So I guess you found your group. Newbie, a freebie, local band I like. Nah, bro, I know every single local band. Dopamine, Jealous Mind. Sure, I'll play it.
Muzzle their magic.
Aw. This is fine. I mean, it's gotta be Spot the Difference. The only reason to not pick it is if I want the Cryopreservation. Like, maybe getting a random Hawk would be kind of funny. But I highly doubt it would happen. Genesis, it needs to be a Spotify link. But Sumerian Records, this is probably, okay, yeah, Bad Omens, the Death of Peace of Mind, this is definitely on Spotify. This is not gonna backfire, right? I haven't heard this song in like 15 years. What is this from? I feel like I heard this in like a movie or something.
My eyes are flame, my cursed name.
Like what? I feel like this is definitely in a movie or something. Hearts on fire, hearts on fire. It's honestly not even bad to have this in the orb. I'm so sad that I can't go see Hammerfall show this wheel. Oh, they're going on tour. This sounds like a great concert to go in person. Oh my god, do they always just hit? Oh no. Oh my god, are you for real, dude? I shit you not, every single Highlander Shaman plays Hackathon 4 against me.
Let's think this.
So I just fucking lose. Or maybe not. Jesus Christ, man! It all went into one fucking card and it still wasn't even enough. Okay, so this kind of worked out, but then again... Oh my god, what about the rest of this game? What about the rest of this game, bro? How are you just gonna do this to me? Ah! What does that even do? Oh, of course it does. Wait a minute.
Let's think this.
We have 15 burst from hand. Is it just YOLO sunset volley for the damage and then burst him for 15? He's got 19. How does he deal 11 to me out of nowhere? I don't think he can. Oh my god, 1 damage off. So I'm gonna have to play the Galactic Orb. Haven't played Blizzard. Magic Clark figuring out the winning play is just, Wait, the winning play just as Riff was about to drop. Would have been sick. Some WoW devs seem to like Fall, a village and the game was named after them? I feel like I've actually talked to a couple of designers, and there's one guy in particular that loves Hammerfall and actually suggests them whenever he's in chat. God damn it. Oh my god, these minions are so large, dude. I'm actually 1 damage off from winning, and this is so infuriating. Okay, hold on a minute. Does the card make my spells cost 1 less? So 3, 3, 3, 1, still not enough. I don't think the spell discount does it, right? Because it'd be 3, 3, 3, 1, and that's still not enough.
How curious.
I think I just have to do this and then freeze whatever survives. Because imagine like these 2 die. I think it's the only out. What about Orb? Does it actually have to just be Orb? I think it actually might have to be Orb.
How curious.
I want to say Sunset Volley into freeze. But if he has Wind Fury 10 mana weapon, we just lose. We have to do this. Wait a minute, why do I have mana? Oh, I had a coin! Wait, then this was the play every single time. Barrier? Not gonna be enough. There's no way Sunset Volley doesn't clear. Or doesn't get rid of this. Oh my god, dude, did Orb win a game? I have taunts, so weapon doesn't automatically end it. No way. Wait, but it's still lethal. All right. Okay. Okay. Based. We beat Reno. That makes me happy. I destroyed Reno.
Time for a
All right. I got 2 W's with this. Let's get a 3rd. Is it possible? Is it even possible to win 2 games in a row with this?
I can't.
All right. I'm only getting rid of this because it's Druid. I know it's like the card that I should keep, but I feel like if I don't have early game against Druid, I am just gonna die. So even though it sucks to get rid of the 5-drop, I feel like it has to be done. Because this is just far more important. He spent his points for me. Yeah, but I was gonna give it to you for free though, is the point that I'm trying to make. He didn't need to throw in the points because you gave me a band that I've never heard of before, and usually my rule is everybody gets 1 per stream. If you got a band that I've never seen, I will give you a free song request. Drawing Orb early sucks, but your stargazing a guarantee for the rest of the game. That is true. That is true. Flyleaf fully alive is now on the queue. He needs an immune buff. Yo, Clark, have you heard of Metallica? No, I haven't, Great Pirate. Who is that? Is that where the term metal comes from? Is that how it started? Oh my god. Okay, 5 mana Firelands, not bad. Play this on turn 5. Let's top deck spot the difference and win the game. Your song's coming up next, Yeely. I think it's actually like right now. Yeah, Bad Omen's good band, by the way. I guess I'm gonna fireball a minion. You know, they should just call this Fireball's Portal at this point, because it literally is Fireball. It deals damage like Fireball. It's 6 damage. Gazette Dua. Is that how you pronounce that? Dua. Dua. Banger so far. Actually playing for tempo. Wait a minute, you Lieutenant Eddie spectating me. What is going on here? Lieutenant Eddie. Give me the light show. Based, bro. Is it dead? Is it dead? It's dead. Don't lose. I'll find a way. I mean, honestly, dude, this is Tempo King, but this Druid's not doing anything. This looks like it's Reno Druid. And we just have the Firelance Portal to hit face. Is there a 6-drop that could deal damage? There's no Muncher. What other 6-drop can deal damage? Is there a 6-drop with Rush or a 6-drop with Charge? There's the old 5/2, the Rocketeer, but I don't think that's in Standard. I'm just speaking out loud. What if he like gains out of range? I don't think it matters. Oh, no, Nomelia? Okay, that could be another one. Oh, you have the Fi? No. No, dude, my lifesteal. It's all gone. Okay, well, I can't avoid it. It must be done. Maybe I get the no muncher. Okay, so Fi is gone. That was a desperate turn, dude. That was a desperate turn, man. I mean, we have to do it. I mean, it must be done. Get an AoE. Literally get an AoE. It's literally over. All right. Suggest a better play. What, do you want to spot the difference? Hope we get, like, what, spell damage? It's literally always Yogg in a box here. Okay, not terrible. Okay, good card. Good order, too. Oh my god, I won the game! And it hit Flame Strike! Never doubt the box! Never doubt the box! Yogg benefits streamers, okay? You have to always remember this. Whenever you're playing up against a streamer or you're seeing them play, Yogg gives us an extra like 5%. It's not a big 5%, but it's enough. I don't know, man. Is this what they call skill diff?
Time for a remix.
Is this literally what they call skill diff? Wait, Light Show is... How is this rank #1? How is this card's stats so high? That is so bait, dude. Omega bait, man. Fuck off, Clark Lamau. Like, you notice how I kept the, like, I didn't even keep the card draw, right? I didn't keep the manufacturing error. So, like, I deserved to absolutely slaughter that game. I didn't keep the bait card on my mulligan, and I went for tempo, and I got rewarded. That's right, doggo. I got rewarded for it. Yo, what's going on, Pavel? Good to see you, man. Or Pavel. Paveli. However you like to pronounce it. We got a cute dog that must be shown to the world. Yeah. Yeah, who's a happy girl? Who's a happy little girl? So we never coined the Cosmic Keyboard. What is this guy playing?
Light sings, and the
Clearly you just have to get good like Clark. Why are you punishing yourself with this deck? Is this some kind of challenge? Or you got tilted with the Dirty Rats and took extreme measures? I'm honestly playing this deck for a video. I thought it was interesting. We didn't have good clips of it yesterday, and we've actually had some funny moments today. So this is strictly for YouTube content, not because I think the deck is good. But we're having some funny moments with it. Yeah, who's smiling? Look at the little smile. She's got a cute little smile. Oh, boop, boop, boop. What? What do you want? What do you want? Do you need to go outside? Do you gotta go outside? You might need to go outside. It's probably time to take the dog outside after this one. Okay, so we always coin spot the difference here, right? Because 4 drops. It's always 3/4. What the dog doing? The dog is doing her best. Wait. What if he doesn't read the card? What if he doesn't read the card? Oh no, he's reading it. No. Make mage playable. I'm done with Hunter, Paladins, and Warriors. I really hope that mage is getting a good card. Really hope that mage is getting a good card soon. Because they have been really dealing with some bad cards for a while. It's like not even funny how bad some of these cards are for mage. So I'm gonna play a Light Show. Maybe I shouldn't. Nah, I shouldn't. I think I always have to kill the card draw. I'm gonna say the Light Shows for later. The Light Show can fail me. That's why I don't want to do it. Band awareness test. Heard small local 90s Swedish band called Mind Jive. I borrowed my nickname from. I feel like I have heard of this band before, but maybe that's because I've seen your name in my Twitch chat a bunch of times. That might be the real reason why I'm thinking it's thinking that it's familiar to me. Okay, so stargazing. Now that we top deck the Galactic, we can either hit Light Show or the Glyph. And we hit Light Show. Let's go. Bomb them. Deals 2, then deals 6. I can't stand Paladin dealing 25 on turn 5. Yeah, I mean, if you want to beat Paladin, is Fatigue Warlock good against Paladin? I don't think it is. What is the deck that beats Paladin? I feel like it actually is the Warlock deck. I'd have to look at the stats. Oh, he has an AoE? Does that even matter? I don't want to, like, hit him in the face here. I think I just want to Glyph. I mean, it has to be done. It literally must be done. I'll play this now. Oh my god, it just went face. It pretty much just went face. I feel taunted. I mean, maybe he just dies to fireball ping. Heal me? Alright, he's got healing. He's got healing.
No wear and tear of any kind.
Okay, so we healed it. So now we gotta Yogg box him, right? Now we gotta box him. Do we ever just Firelights Portal for Curve though? I feel like okay, I'm gonna play on Curve for right now. Cause I want the Yogg box to kill him somehow. So I'm gonna go ahead and just keep pushing tempo here. Yeah, there could be a possibility this like heals him or something, right? Ooh, that's a good card. Okay. What if I get like a Sylvanas or something? Oh, it's a 5-drop from the past? Oh, that doesn't work. Wait a minute. Okay, now I might need the Yogg in a box. No! Double taunt minion? Hey, that's kind of cool. Okay, well, it's Yogg box or die, I guess. Holy crap, man. All right, Yogg. Time to prove that you love me. Lethal.
Techno magic.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh yes! Dude, I'm the king of the Yogg boxes. What can I say? What can I say, man? I can still lose the game somehow, but let's not think about that. Let's think about what happens if I can play the orb next turn. Ah, damn it. Okay, yeah, it was too good to be true.
Don't you know who I am?
Oh my god. I can already hear you say, don't try this deck at home. Don't try this deck at home, kids. Before consuming Hearthstone, make sure that you have your parents' permission. Alright, nothing crazy, right? Alright, that's nothing crazy. Alright, so Orb ends it, right? It fires it at enemies. So yeah, Orb has to end it, man.
Who am I? None of your business.
Good, I actually can't believe the Yogg box clutched it twice. Okay, healing for 4. Wait a minute, this may not be wait a minute, I have light shows though. It's actually over. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, that's really funny. Okay, so the only thing that can screw this up is the Yogg box getting in the way somehow, right? The Yogg box getting in the way could fuck up this lethal. All right, is it oh my god, it's not death? It's not death? Face? Face? Okay, wait a minute. Now it's my dirty rat. Wait, hold on a minute. When did I play that? Oh, it's the Yogg box doing Yogg box stuff. No. Okay, so we can still win. We can still win. And now we have this to draw into damage. Yogg King, bro. Yogg. Why did I take so long to finally give this deck a legitimate try? All right, how is he gonna turn this around? Does it work? Okay, that works. Okay, a banana. Okay, so I literally just need almost any damage card in my deck and I'm there. So the draw 3 has to end it, right? It has to end it. Frostbolts, Sunset Volley. I mean, I have to do it, right? I could find lethal. Like, it's very easy to find lethal from like this. But nah, lethal with the Yogg box. Okay, okay, bad. All bad so far. Okay, could have been bad. Oh! Okay, okay. I mean, it's gonna get Reno'd, but dare to be exactly, man. I'm daring to be stupid. If he wants to play Reno, then he's at 7, which means Sunset Volley could kill him. So I'm actually playing my outs perfectly, guys. Oh, he's healing and then playing Reno? Oh, shit. It's harder to kill him now. From the Beverly shoes of a Chevrolet. Okay, Fireball is lethal. Okay, he takes 1 damage. No! Yes! Oh my god, he's not dead. Kill him! Okay. Okay.